Hello YouTube wise, FIFA here, coming at you today on a Wednesday morning, pretty early in the morning, with a Marquee Matchup Squad Builder Challenge prediction video. I'm going to try to keep this video a little bit shorter today. I'm kind of really busy with school, a couple things for the summer, and mostly the midterms, but I'm going to try to keep this video short, but it's still going to be the same as always with 4 main predictions and a few sleepers this time. There's a lot of smaller rivalry matchups and smaller league big games that can make this week a little bit more complicated to predict. However, these are always good for being able to pick up low risk investments and either holding on to them to when they are important if they're not called upon this weekend, or just to sell them on overnight later and you'll be able to make your money back. So first we're going to go to the Russian league. And we have a Moscow derby, and it is Lokomotiv Moscow versus Spartak Moscow. And these two teams you can pick up some really solid players, especially non-rare players. And so even if this is already getting, because this is a big matchup, so even if this is getting price fixed or whatnot, look into complementary players. I definitely think with the Russian league starting up again, that buying Russian players from other teams in positions such as left back, right back, even center back are going to be really profitable if that's what you're into. Especially because I do foresee a large Russian contingency. Even though both of these teams do boast a few nations, there's still going to be some importance for getting other things. There's definitely going to be a rating requirement too, so look out for that. This is a big rivalry, and EA have so far ignored the restart of the Russian league, so I cannot see them forgetting the Lokomotiv versus Spartak. Next, we are going to go to the Raffensliga, or the Swiss League, and you're going to see two matchups between you're going to see a matchup between FC Basel and Grasshopper. There's a few gold players on every one of these teams, so pick them up and get into it, because if this actually goes through, you're going to be making a lot of profit on these non-rare golds here. Try to pick them up for less than 500 coins. Depur, I think he's the only rare gold or non-rare gold, so that'd be nice to pick him up, because he'll be in high demand. But also, this is one of those where it's just going to be a player requirement most likely, and then like a lower rating requirement, so you can really pick up some silvers and still get away with it if you're looking to complete it. So now we are going to go to the Ligue 1. There's a big matchup here from a big rivalry with the likes of PSG versus Olympique Lyon. And so this is another team where you can find plenty of cheaper end golds, especially during in a little bit after after I think around 6 p.m. here in my time. I'm in Central Europe, but after about 6 p.m. there's going to be tons of packs open because of the team of the week, so you're going to have a really good shout at getting players from Lyon and Paris Saint-Germain. This is definitely a matchup that I can see them not forgetting. And again, this is another one of those, if you're trying to make some profit, maybe look into buying some complementary players such as the left back or right backs. Those always go up in price for the league when a squad builder challenge gets released, those non-rare left backs and right backs. And so the last main one that I think will feature this one, the mains and the sleepers for me are a little bit interchangeable. I definitely recommend investing a little bit of all of them, but this one is from the Colombian League. And one sec, let me find it on here because it is a little bit early in the morning. Do not mind me. But the Colombian League, this is a big matchup between Medellin and I believe it is Nacional. Yes, Nacional is how that would be pronounced, but here we go. Oh, sorry, it took me a second, guys. But here we go. There's some gold players that play for Athletic Nacional, or really just one or a couple gold players, it looks like. So go ahead and pick those up. It looks like you can get them for 350 to lower than 450 coins, which is hugely profitable because, again, non-rare gold players seem to sell overnight at a higher price, regardless of if they're in demand or not. So definitely look into that. All right, and here we go. There's definitely a lot of good players to invest in from the Athletic or Medellin side. Medellin side. I'm pretty sure this is a big rivalry, and I'm pretty sure these are two of the higher placed teams in their league. So now I'm going to get into the sleepers here. Like I said, this video is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, but got to do my due diligence by going to the Premier League. Look out for the likes of the Liverpool versus Manchester City game. I don't think this is going to feature that much, but you never know. EA love to get the Premier League involved. The reason I think this is one of the ones that's most likely not to feature is because that next week Liverpool play Everton. So go ahead and be cautious with this one, but like I said, have to do the due diligence of including a rather big rivalry, or not rivalry, rather big place top 4 game in the Premier League. So now into some other good sleepers that I definitely think you should invest in. We're going to go to the Hellas League, and Olympiacos play Panathinaikos. Really big rivalry within Greece, and two of the three only Greek teams on this. You can definitely pick up players from these teams for less than 400 coins, and that's just a solid shout for any other squad builder challenge. Even if you don't have these guys now, they definitely should be useful, especially this non-rare Berg. He's 80 overall. That's really high for a non-rare, and if you can pick up a couple of him for less than 500 coins, you're going to be looking good. Go ahead and snipe those. You can definitely put on some snipe filters for these, but if you guys want to just mass bid, open bid, that's totally going to work out for you too. Then we are going to move to the J League. I think that's interesting that, and there's an interesting rivalry, and I think that EA aren't going to ignore the J League that much. But Gamba Osaka, I believe is how this would be pronounced. You can pick up some players from here. It doesn't look right now like there's too many silvers available, but that's just probably because there's too many bronzes on this team. But yeah, you see here, this is already getting a little bit locked up in here, and that's definitely because of the squad builder challenge for Utaka. So just take this one with a grain of salt. That's it. But at the same time, I definitely think that this is one that if you can get some players from here, definitely invest, because one, you can sell them on for the Utaka squad builder, so you definitely know that there's a sell on factor. So this is a really low risk investment. So that's Ura Red Diamonds, I believe, versus Gamboa Osaka. All right, and so lastly, the last sleeper I have is we're going to go to the championship. There's a derby between Nottingham Forest and Derby County, and so if you guys are looking, if you want to make sure you guys have some investments for the championship, go ahead and invest in these two teams. So Derby County coming in there, you can definitely pick up some players. Go ahead and pick up Shackle if you want for the gold player. He's the non-rare gold, but other than that, go ahead and pick up some silvers for less than 400 coins. They'll definitely sell on later. And we're going to go to Nottingham Forest, same thing. Look for those. They have I'm pretty sure they have a couple non-rare golds. Let me check it out right now. But there's definitely enough options to invest in this team. Yeah, they do have a couple non-rare golds, although the goalkeeper's gonna be pretty expensive. It looks like these guys are already getting bought a little bit, but go ahead and be patient on the open bids or set up some snipe filters, because there's definitely going to be a bunch of those non-rare. A lot of non-rare golds get in influx right when the team of the week is released, because a bunch of people are opening those packs hard to get those good players, and so they're just being lazy when they list up. So there's definitely going to be good sniping then. So I'm going to give you guys a quick recap. So for the main squad builders, we have Lokomotiv versus Spartak, Lyon versus PSG, Basel versus Grasshopper, and Medellin versus Nacional. And then for the sleepers, we have Panathinaikos versus Olympiacos in the Hellas League, Gamboa Osaka versus Red Diamonds in the J League, Manchester City versus Liverpool, which I do not think will feature, but I have to do the due diligence, and then Derby County versus Nottingham. I said I was going to open pack last week, so I'm going to open a pack this week. So here we go, boys. This is going to be the end. Hopefully we get someone that's going to feature in this Marquee Matchup Squad Builder Challenge, or just someone pretty solid here. We get Aquino. Don't think there's anything in the Mexican League this week, but we get Lens, and there we go. As usual, we get a Spartak Moscow player. He will be useful if we need it. Stadium of Lights and whatnot. So I'm just going to send the rest of these to the club and then quick sell the duplicates. But hopefully you guys are having a good day. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment any matchups you think I missed, or any advice or anything I can improve in the comment section below. But most importantly, stay wise.